Under 4 miles to go, guys.
So if you're Alex Palou, it's all about risk management right now. You check your mirrors. You know you've got that 1 second gap on Newgarden. You also know he would love nothing more than to walk out of here as the winner. So for Palou, you're managing the gap to the car that's slower in front. You're trying to focus on keeping that bubble of air behind you. If Newgarden closes, you step it up a little bit. You only need to go as fast as you need to just stay ahead.
Dixie closing in on Newgarden, pushed it past 23 Palou, 29 for Newgarden, 41 still for Dixie, and he's right there on the back of that number 2.
What happened to Newgarden there, Will? All of a sudden the gap has opened up. He's starting to slide around. I think Newgarden's losing the handle on his balance.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's what it looks like, as you say, the car sliding around as we have white flag. Last lap of the race here in St. Petersburg. Palou now with over a second advantage from Josef Newgarden, who is falling back into the clutches of Scott Dixon. And guys, what a drive it has been from Alex Palou today, and from that DHL Honda and the whole Ganassi crew, overcoming so many difficulties earlier in the weekend.
And look, he's got a little bit of breathing room right now to Newgarden. He can't relax, certainly, but with only a handful of corners to go, only one real passing opportunity, Newgarden nowhere close enough to make it happen. But Dixon, he is trying to line something up here. This isn't over for second.
Oh,
so close.
Here he comes, up and on the inside of Josef Newgarden. That's P2 for the 6-time champion. A great move from Scott Dixon to take second place. But Alex Palou, your reigning champion, the man they all need to beat, lays down a marker on the streets of St. Pete. Alex Palou wins the opening round of the 2025 IndyCar season, as Newgarden seemingly coasting to the line and apparently out of fuel.
It's been a great turnaround, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention a guy we haven't talked about much today, Scott Dixon, who quietly, running in 11th, would be second in the championship, coming out of here to his teammate, Alex Palou. There's the PNC orange and blue car of Scott Dixon. James, a Dixon-like day. Nothing spectacular, but getting the most points he can and staying in the hunt for potentially a 7th championship this season.
Where has that come from? Because he was down
in the mid-teens not that long ago. He's back up to 11th where he started, still trying to hound Graham Rahal for that top 10. But like you say, it's a damage mitigation, damage limitation kind of day for Dixie.
And how lucky are we as fans that would mean if they finish like this, it would be Ganassi 1-2, McLaren 3-4 in the championship. Teams that definitely have some friction going towards the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500. White flag for Alex Palou.
The last lap of the race for Mr. Perfect, Alex Palou. What a job he has done. Kept his mind in the game all the way through, unflappable, and made it work when he needed to. James Townsend, what a drive from our reigning champion. He has been brilliant.
Look, before the race started, we sat in the truck, we were talking about it. You had a good feeling about Palou because of the tire wear. You know how gentle he can be, how precise and smooth he is on the wheel. But after that first stint, I was convinced Pato could do it. He was so good on his tires, had such a gap, but you can just never count this guy out.
I mean, they asked me before the race, who's going to win? And you want to look for excuses why it's not going to be Palou, but the body of work, the skill set, the execution, the methodical nature of his approach and that of his number 10 team is just so overwhelmingly convincing that this is the best right now. You simply can't pick anybody else.
He has been phenomenal. He is the man that they all have to beat. He is the man with the target on his back. The reigning champion, the best in the field, and once again, he has turned up and turned it on. Alex Palou with a drive of pure perfection and absolute brilliance. It has been 5 years since a driver has won back-to-back races at the start of the season, but Alex Palou will do precisely that. He won in St. Pete. He wins at Thermal. Alex Palou makes it back-to-back victories to start the 2025 season.
Yeah! Woo-hoo! Let's go, boys! Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. You guys are the best.
This would be big if he could get by right here. Callum Ilott swings wide. I thought VK might get the clean air that he needs. He needs Callum Ilott to be just a little bit quicker right now to get in the mix.
Needs some help from Ilott.
Might get him here. He's setting him up really nice through turn 3. Ilott gets way wide. VK with a great run on the button probably right here as they come to turn 5.
He is on the button, moves to the inside. Will break as late as he dare.
It's on. McLaughlin's going to have trouble. This is good stuff.
Here we go. 3 to go. That's McLaughlin. That's VK. That is the gap. That is all that is in it. It is just over a second.
Not for long, because McLaughlin has a bunch of dirty air in front, and I just don't know that he has the same pace that he's had the last couple of years. What's changed? The hybrid system. A little heavier race car at the back, and VK and Dale Coyne Racing have found the setup to make it work. On board here with Scotty Mack as he tries to hang on with 2 to go.
And as frantic as this battle is for the final podium spots, you know, up front, Palou so far in front. He could be wrapped up on his couch in a Snuggie sipping a tea. He is just absolutely cruising on a Sunday drive right now. Meanwhile, all hectic back in the throes of second and third, trying to sort out these podium positions. And can VK enter the conversation? Try to get himself some hardware today.
Look at the body language of that Dale Coyne Racing car of Rinus VK. It has purpose and intent. VK can smell that podium. 2 to go. 1.5 when they get through the museum complex. And there's the traffic.
Look at the seconds remaining. McLaughlin critically 10-second advantage for that extra 50 horsepower, and they're both on the button on the backstretch.
VK has 1.5 laps to make the move, but Alex Palou is already on his final lap here at Barber Motorsports Park. Guys, he has been perfect.
Again, as he does, James, race after race, and Chip told us at the second race of this season, watch out, he's only getting better. And where we think he found improvement, outright 1-lap pace, just dominant this weekend.
I didn't believe him, but I mean, it's hard to deny what's happening here, coming to 3 wins in 4 races. Unreal.
As he comes to the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag on the track where he won his first IndyCar race in his very first race with Chip Ganassi Racing, and wrote the first chapter of a book that has come to define the modern era of IndyCar. Mr. Perfect, Alex Palou will do it again. Untouchable, undeniable, inevitable. It's going to be 3 wins from the opening 4 races for Alex Palou.
What a car.
Right with the RLL driver. We sit on board with him, moves to the inside, gives him a little hip check, and takes the position from Louis Foster.
Very aggressive, brilliant move, great car control.
We did see the tires go slightly below, or at least on that white line. We talked to Kyle Novak, the race director. He said that was a bit of a no-no. I wonder if that one's going to be looked at as Palou takes the white flag.
White flag, last lap, as Palou begins his march towards the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag. Guys, once again, what can we say about this guy?
Well, I don't want to say anything yet, because I've seen things go wrong on the final lap. It's looking good, but I don't like to jinx it like that. I'm one of those guys that wouldn't put his hand up until you cross the line, because anything can happen in motorsports.
5.5 second lead, and it continues to grow as Alex Palou hit the brakes one more time in turn 7. But Josef Newgarden is not done fighting today. Makes a move there with Nolan Siegel. That puts Newgarden up to 12th.
Newgarden fighting his way back through the field. But this man, Alex Palou, once again has done everything he needed to do. He came into this weekend looking at statistics, that were on par with some of the greatest this sport has ever known. We talk about the greats, the Unsers, the Andrettis, AJ Foyt. Alex Palou's record this season matches them all. He wins 4 from the first 5. Incredible.
Let's go! Thank you so much, guys. What a team! You guys make me look so good on track. Thank you.
What a drive from Alex Palou.
Let's get the tools right and get after it. 2 to go.
2 to go for Palou. Ericsson, Malukas is still in with a shot. Pato O'Ward just behind them. It is going to take something exceptional, guys, to tear this away from Alex Palou. But if anyone can, you feel it's Ericsson with the day that he's had and the advantage his strategy gives him.
Nobody has been able to make any passes in the top 5 in these last 10 laps, really, except that surprise move from Palou when he jumped Ericsson. Other than that, in dirty air, it's been a real struggle.
But Ericsson's getting close through 4. They're coming to the white flag. Will it be a first-time winner in Palou, or will Ericsson get redemption from 2023?
White flag is out for the driver from Barcelona, Spain. Alex Palou could be on for his first oval and his first Indy 500 as he comes off turn 2.
Little slide out of 2. He moves to break the toe from Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson has it all now in his hands. It is now or never for Marcus Ericsson. But Palou has the lead. Palou has the advantage. He told us coming into this weekend, if I don't win the Indy 500 in my career, it will be a career unfulfilled. He had, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Palou will win for validation, vindication for Alex Palou. He has won the Indianapolis 500.
That's fabulous.
I don't know, man. I know, man.
There can be no question mark now. Already seen as one of the greatest of his generation. The only question that existed was, could he win on an oval? Could he win on the biggest stage of all? He could, he can, he has, he is now, and must be considered in the pantheon of the all-time greats of this sport.
And you know what I love about this win for Alex Palou? Of course, it's his first oval, his first Indy 500, but he was able to do it in the way that has defined his 3 championships. Masterful precision, controlling the situation, studying, strategizing, and delivering when it mattered most. He never had to be bold and brave. He just had to do what he's done his whole career, and it paid off.
And you could see the emotion in his eyes. You could hear it in his voice.
You might take a victory lap.
Throws the gloves away. This generational talent, how is that for an image? And there is Barry Wanzer, the first over the wall with his father. And there is something fitting about the colors of his car, of his overalls, matching those of his national flag. The first Spaniard to ever win the Indianapolis 500. 3 to go, well, 2.5 really to go here at Road America. Can Scott Dixon make it? Can Alex Palou make it? Can Felix Rosenqvist catch either of them? Right now, Rosenqvist just doesn't have a pace advantage over these two leading cars, which by all measures should be saving fuel, and yet they're not.
And that's Rosenqvist that just came into view on the helicopter shot. It is an awfully big gap to try to pick up, as we understand. Scott Dixon, as expected, short and coming to pit lane for a splash and dash. This should mean that Palou can make it, because he was 2 laps to the good, and there's 2 laps at the line.
My word.
And he's been running around in Scott's draft. He's probably been making even better fuel mileage than the 9 Scott Dixon.
But look,
Rosenqvist has that gap down to 3.1. It was about 4 seconds a lap ago.
It was 4.5. It's now down to 3.1. 2 laps to go. Felix Rosenqvist, it is now or never for your second career victory.
He was 0.8 quicker that lap than Alex Palou. So he's got a shot. If he can get to that draft, he might have a chance, but how are they on push to pass? Palou still 117 seconds remaining to Rosenqvist 26.
We're right on board with Felix Rosenqvist, who, when he won here, was racing for Chip Ganassi. He has to pass the new Ganassi talisman, the championship leader, the man who was setting all the records at the start of the season. He has to catch him first. He has to pass him. Those two very, very different propositions. And what about Santino Ferrucci sitting there in third? Carl Kirkwood just about a second behind him.
Problem for Ferrucci is that he is in a weird place on fuel as well. He's 1 lap to the good of Dixon. Dixon already had to stop. So I don't know if Ferrucci's going to have to come in this lap, or if he's in mad fuel save to try to limp it across. That would put Kyle Kirkwood on the podium.
Well, Ferrucci's last lap was a 48.4. I would suggest he's saving a tiny little bit. But you know what? Palou, it seems, is stretching his legs over Rosenqvist. The gap has extended. Was 3.1 is now 3.3. How does he do this? How does he do this?
Well, there'll be lots of people around here raising a red Solo Cup to this guy. If he can hang on for 1 more lap, it'll be party mode in Elkhart Lake.
White flag means one thing. It is 1 lap to go until the Advanced Auto Parts checkered flag. And Alex Palou, as he has done on so many occasions this year, has a clear track ahead of him and 1 lap to go.
And if he does it, if he pulls off this last 3 miles of racetrack, it'll be his 6th win on the season, and we will still have only 2 winners over the first 9 IndyCar races this year. Hasn't happened since 1980. This guy, the other driver that's won 3 times so far this season. Just incredible.
And not just dominant from 2 drivers, dominant from 1 engine manufacturer, Honda, winning all 9 races. If Palou can hang on, we haven't seen that for a very long time either.
But what a drive it has been. What a strategy he has employed, has his team employed today.
And think about how many crazy moments Palou's been through mid-pack on restarts with Will Power and Kyle Kirkwood earlier, that moment of the race that we showed you. Always figuring out how to make high percentage decisions, protecting his equipment, delivering exactly what his team needs.
It's been 50 years since a driver won 6 of the first 9 races. That was 1975. The driver was A.J. Foyt. We talk about the hangover after the Indy 500, which he won with aplomb. Did he disappear? Did we forget about him? You bet we didn't. Alex Palou, championship leader, wins again. It's 6 from 9 in 2025. Newgarden Newgarden pressures Schwartzman, who will try to keep his foot stuck in around the outside, but he's dropping in these final laps. It's 3 to go now. Newgarden just narrowly still inside the top 10, and that is the gap between Palou and Dixon. It is 0.6 of a second. Next time through, it'll be 2 to go. Has Dixon got anything for Alex Palou? He's dragging something back, but it's remaining at about 0.6 of a second.
And now Alex Palou has traffic. Graham Rahal there. Really going to slow up Alex Palou. This could give Dixon a chance on the final lap.
Is this what Scott Dixon needs? We are on the last lap. Palou has struggled with traffic all the way through the day. Dixon senses an opportunity. Dixon looks to take a move, but Palou has it covered. Palou will lead his teammate home. It will be a Ganassi 1-2. Alex Palou will take the victory in Iowa. The run continues. Only his second career win on an oval for Alex Palou, and my word, he had to work for it today.
Colton Herta down to 8 seconds of push to pass, 7, now 6. He's trying to close that gap. He's only got 1 lap left when they cross the line. One last push out of the last corner to try to make it work.
This was about as close as Christian Lundgaard was when he made the pass on Herta to surprise him. Herta's been stronger on the brakes, but I just don't think he's close enough here.
1 lap to go. It will be over the line. Oh my goodness, Herta's got a good exit. He's had a great exit.
It looked like he did, and then
he kind of didn't. Yeah,
he got wide maybe on that exit curb and struggled to get the rear traction. Now he's going for the lunge.
And he's used up all of his push to pass, trying to make up for that little bubble, that little wobble on the exit of 11. Trying to hang with Lundgaard, trying to put the move in on this final lap here at Laguna Seca, where Alex Palou has looked utterly imperious from the get-go. Has tempered the storm and has ridden this race out absolutely beautifully. We came into today asking whether Pato O'Ward could mount the challenge for the championship. It is a championship which Alex Palou has led from day one, and with this kind of a performance puts one hand firmly back onto the Astor Challenge Cup. Stand back and admire him. Stand up and applaud him. He has been perfect. What a performance. Utter perfection once again from Alex Palou. 8 wins in a season. Sensational. Hands off to Lundgaard and Herta, who complete the podium. A brilliant drive from the McLaren man in second. Pato O'Ward couldn't get the job done when he needed to today. Finishes 4th. Scott Dixon, a brilliant drive to 5th. Eilert, sensational in 6th. A best ever result for Prema. Power is 7th. Armstrong is 8th. Rasmussen 9th. And Scott McLaughlin comes home 10th for Penske.